Welcome to my audios, million, trillion, billion years to know. Yo, wow, everything good? People, millions and trillion years to come. Remember, I was a straight Rasta. I was not a twig Rasta. Rumors and propaganda, I learned it run the world. This one, I call it, are you using up your mind? Power. And we are about to jump into it now, and I am going to speak how I see it. The mind power is like every day and night. You might hear from professors and scholars how they think mind power should go. But when I met the creator of human, and I met the creator of hand and foot and organs and those things, of the creations, I realized that our mind is being limited. You understand? Our mind is being limited, and our mind have a barrier where if you do not put it into work, you're not going to break the barrier of the mind. Same as how if you want to break free from poverty, if you do not get up and make move every day to break the barrier, nothing ain't going to happen. You understand? But while you're doing that, you're going to still have the blockers and the fighters and the tricksters and the wannabes. And you understand? That's going to happen into that level. And you have to push to break the barrier. So your mind now is the same way like that. But you might be saying, so how I'm going to push without my mind? But if you want to use your mind, you have to learn how to think. And one of the greatest things one could do is listen to the thoughts that pop on their head and write it down. That's the key to learn. And that's the key to observe and the key to turn any lock. This is why, as many great scientists, they will have a formula to do things, but you're not going to come up one day and be like, yo, I found all the formula for that. No, it takes time. Because each day something come to your mind. And if you're putting your mind and you're checking your mind, you're twisting your mind and you're moving your mind and trying to make your mind go there and there and here, then you see your mind go to another level. I'm a musician. From I was young, and I always hear thoughts and I always chat them on my phone. If you check my audios, then you see where they hack. I left them in history. To just go online to check my hack audios, and you will see how and listen how I catch a thought, and I didn't perfect it yet, but I put it on my phone before I perfect it. And then you must listen to the audios and then say, let me see how he do one of his acapella before he perfect it. And then you could hear my songs them. And this is how I use the mind up. But that I am just a musician. So I realized that you could make your mind widen, and you could add things to your mind. You could say, well, I want to learn to write, but you can't. You have to make your mind, put the mind together. And I said, this is how they give you the formula learning. Show you, say, well, you can't just wake up one day and say, well, I'm going to do it right that. And I'm going to be professional, I'm going to be better like that. No. You show you got to start from A to Z to B, or with to Z, and they give you a kindergarten and high schools and college. You understand? This is what I realized, that you are not thinking like that. But to develop your thinking, you have to use it up every day. Sometimes you have to ask, what am I not thinking? What I'm going to do tomorrow? Gas blurs. But you have to check yourself. A lot of people do not check themselves. It's the key to everything. If you check the sunlight, it's always checking the earth. It goes somewhere else after land, and then it rises back again. You understand? You the same. You come home, you check your pen, you check your bag, you want to know where it's coming from. You're building on something, you're trying to make it happen. You will find yourself thinking how to do it, but you will still hear thoughts, but you still ignore it. One of the greatest things you ever do is every time something pop on your mind, you write it down and you drop it to a phone and you speak it into a video. When your mind is clicking, you got to develop it till it becomes perfect. I realize what I'm doing right here, a lot of people can't take a phone I just talk. They got to read something or somebody have to give it to them like that. But the mind power is the key to everything. And how to develop your mind power, it takes everyday learning. I tell a lot of people, man, I develop myself as far as like read an article. Some people say read newspaper, but we in modern time. You understand? That was back then, but we had computer, you read an article. Reading is just a content. That's what you develop yourself is. Now you can't just get up and say, well, I am going to be better. You have to make space. But when you are pushing your mind, our mind have a block on it. Someone put up a mind block. And if you're reading and you're feeling pain in your head, and you're studying, you're feeling pain in your head, you're trying to is a gateway. You have to keep reading until it push away. You understand? Because the human mind is operate like robots. You understand? You have to find a sequence to enter your mind, your soul, to understand the level that I am trying to tell you. Understand? So when you reading, a lot of you reading, you realize you feel pain in your head. You say, yeah, I tapping into my mind. Because there's a barrier there. You have to push it. But you have to think. You have to lay off. Drink some water. Drink some, and fast. Because you're tapping into your human mind. So you're going to feel pain. It's the same like any other things. You understand? Something in your way, you have to push it out. So your brain operate like that. So you have to learn how to use it for it to activate. So you have to activate thinking by just doing. Focus on something and then doing it. Understand? To master it. Whatever you do, if you put it to work, you'll feel a little thing in your brain, and then after a while, you will notice that it go away because you move that barrier. But why you keep doing it is a different barrier. So when you open up your mind now, you start hearing thoughts. Your ideas start to come to you, and then you start to see things from a little bit different. When you're by yourself, for example, if you live into a noisy city, a city that make noise all the time, as far as like New York City, where the houses they are right on the street corner, understand? Every car pass you hear it. If you left from New York City now and go live on a farm where you're not hearing no fire trucks and nothing like that, you will notice your body take a shift. Instead, you become calmer because there's nothing provoking it. But only few people realize that. But if you're seeking to make a difference with yourself, you will notice that. And if you hear an audio like this, then you want to experiment. Pick yourself up and go on a vacation somewhere for 2 weeks, and then you'll notice yourself. You ever notice a lot of people when they go on a vacation and come back, they have a bright energy, a joy energy. But afterwards, you just knock down. You understand? This is what I'm trying to tell you. You got to put your mind to work for it to happen like that. But developing your energy is the key. You understand? And if you got negative people around you, it's not going to work. Sometimes negative people kill your energy. You understand? It's always something they're sucking it. You have to figure out what's sucking your mind, what's stopping your mind, what's provoking your mind, what's tugging it 24/7 to let you slip off the road you're on. Understand? And am I putting substance in my body that affecting my mind without me knowing it? Because you gotta realize, you're drinking water, you're drinking a certain type of substance. You gotta watch what you put in your mouth. Because some of the things that we drink slow down our mind, slow down our reaction, slow down our thinking, slow down how we remind ourselves of a word or a letters or some situation. You understand? True word. So this is why you have to focus and life and focus on what you really want to make happen. But to have a job on board for yourself is the key. But remember, man, if you're trying to make a difference, man, you're gonna be always something in your way. Get a reminder on your fridge what you want to do, like 2 or 3, 4 lines, and put it on your doors and put it on where you're at all the time. And I understand. That's it. I put it in front of your computer. Every time you open your computer, you remind yourself of what you want to do. Because sometimes that other energy will make you go somewhere else. Your mind on that road. You understand? It's a lot of things you gotta study. Study your body energy. You understand? Study the energy that you attract. Study when you put in your body, how you feel, because like you're drinking certain type of liquor, a certain type of juice, and you think it's healthy, but it's only killing your mind, bro. You have to open it for it to expand and for ideas to come. You guys study me, you notice I talk something some people don't even believe, but this is what it is. Understand? Remember, just study your mind and put your mind together. When you study your mind and put it together, you have control of yourself. You have to study the mind to know it. And to know the soul within, you got to study the soul, study your behavior, and develop your way of thinking. You take everyday interrogating. Understand? Half an hour is good. Develop your mind, you will feel it, and then you have your own frequency. Alright? Peace.